Okay, sorry about that. Hello, everyone. We are back with more Metroid Prime, and we are currently going through the Chozon mines to get the last two artifacts and trying to find what missiles we're missing. Back up once again. This again. I'm gonna try something. Something I didn't think of last time. I wonder. Because I didn't have this issue before. However, I also did not have my standees over here before. So I wonder if that's what's causing it. Nope, it's not standees. Weird. So Zeno, I think you said there are 250 missiles, if I remember correctly. Correct? 250? Okay, that is the max. Which means we are missing 30, which is 6 expansions. I don't know how many we're missing in the mines. Wait, it's KD Access A. Is the missile tank here? Huh. Alright, we are now missing 5 missile tanks. Next room, we gotta check. We got the one in the main quarry. Got the one in elite research. But I need to be in elite research anyways. Okay. So we need to free this guy so we can kill him. He's on the lead. Thanks, computer. The fun fact, in the GameCube version, the original, not the Player's Choice version, If you leave the room without collecting that artifact, it disappears, which prevents you from completing the game. Alright, that's another artifact. Okay, elite research. We got that. I hate this map. We access a elite control access is what we're looking for. Ore processing. Waste disposal. Main quarry, that just takes us back. It's still the wrong way. Alright, we want to go down to the green. Elite control access. Cool. Alright, we have that one. Because that's the one where you can kill the 2 space pirates that are hiding in the vents. Okay, Chozon Processing Center. Control? Okay, that's not one. Ventilation shaft. Oh, shaft. Omega Research. Dynamo access. Central Dynamo. Quarantine access. Metroid Quarantine A. Fungal Hall. Where is Chozon Processing Center? That's Chozon Processing Center. Okay, that one I don't think I got. So that's one that I know I didn't get. Get back up to where I am. It's faster to do this. Green, gotta go here for elite control access. We have that one. Elite control, Omega Research. Looks like we're going in here. Metroid and Quarantine A. I know I got that one. Let's see. Metroid Quarantine A. Yeah, that's the Spider Ball room. Fungal Hall access. I don't remember if I got that one. But hang on. Oops. Okay. Alright. Okay. I've written down names of the rooms. I was a man, hydrate and stretch. Okay, just one moment. Let me do that. Did you mean to put Kohai's eyes in backwards? I love doing that. Alright, let's hydrate. Ugh. Oh, that was... Oh! I think I felt my soul leave my body. Alright. Where am I? Fuck am I? So I need to get to the top of this room. Go down this elevator. I think most of my shots were missing. Yeah, because this is supposed to go down in far fewer shots than that. Alright, we need... Let's get to the second floor. Instead of moving this all around again. So we are missing 5 missile expansions. There are 3 here. There's 1 here I know I didn't get, and there's 2 others that I don't think I got. The problem is, I'm not sure. So the guide puts this room next. My thought is we just go through the whole mines and we get to the fungal rooms quickly. And then get down here and then leave through the elevator. Go back to Magmore Caverns and then go back to the Chozon ruins. That's my thought. Because if I take this path and I just go through the fungal rooms again and get all the way back to the Chozon Processing Center, that's all 3 of the missiles that I'm not sure that I have. So I want on that upper level. So chat, my Steam controller arrived and I was playing with it. It's actually kind of funny. It's arrived at a bit of a weird time for me using my Steam Deck because I've been using it less frequently. Because the main thing I was using my Steam Deck for recently was Warframe, and since Warframe is on Switch 2 and runs better on that than the Steam Deck, I haven't been using Warframe as much, or I haven't been using my Steam Deck as much. I still do use my Steam Deck for Warframe. If for whatever reason I can't use my Switch 2 for it, be it that it's charging and I can't use the TV, or that... Well, that's really the main reason why I would not be able to use my Switch 2, honestly. If, say, like, Xeno is using the TV for something, and I need to charge it. That's the thing, I don't like being tethered. If I have a device that needs to charge, I'm not as likely to use it while it's charging, because especially if it's a handheld or some controllers, usually more if it's handheld. It's just not as comfortable, you know. These guys are just gonna get in my way. Right, missiles do nothing. So, getting this controller is definitely going to make me want to use my Steam Deck more. And there was a game that recently got announced for Switch that's been available on Steam for a few years that I might get during the summer sale. Or whenever I can next get it. That's Horticular. Shit. Alright. So we are looking for Fungal Hall access, which is here. Chozon mining tunnel. Fungal Hall B. And then obviously the processing center. But we have to go through this room first. To do that. These rat bastards are by far the most annoying enemies in the game. And it's mostly because they can divide. Go on the thing, Samus. Thank you. But I don't know. I'll find some excuse to use my Steam Deck. Like I said, most of my gameplay right now has been on Switch 2. Or even PS5 now that I've gone back to Yakuza Gaiden. I'll have something to play on Steam Deck at some point. I mean, there's always just Warframe, just play it on my Steam Deck just so I have an excuse to use the controller, I guess. Found the missile tank? Oh dear. Chat, he's gonna beat me. Where was the missile tank? That's so funny. Alright, that's that gone. Alright. You can actually get this missile tank without the Chozon suit. It's technically safer to do it with the Chozon suit. But if you're fast, it's not really that big of a deal. I usually get it without it, and I guess I just forgot. Probably not a good idea to waste my missiles on these fuckers. No, we're looking for Fungal Hall B. But, it does instantly kill them. which is faster than trying to fight them normal. Bastards. It's whatever. I can always replenish back on my ship or on my way elsewhere. If I get down to 1 power bomb, though, I'm gonna stop using them. Because on mining tunnels where the last artifact is. I can close that tab. So I was slightly wrong. We have 2... Oh, for fuck's sake. We have 2 areas after this, not 1. I forgot that I hadn't checked the Chozon ruins yet. So we still gotta go through the Chozon ruins and what's left of Talon Overworld. I already did everything over by the frigate, so I don't have to check any of those rooms. I just need to check the stuff that leads into the Chozon ruins. But currently, we're only missing 4 missiles. What the fuck? Okay. 4 missile expansions, and theoretically, we're about to get 2 of them. So it'll just be a matter of hunting down that last missile. Well, last 2. I know how to count. I went to school for it. So, question for you is, since the whole idea was to 100% the game before I could beat it, haven't you technically automatically failed since you missed the scan? So, like, even if you beat the game, does it actually matter since you don't have all the scans, and thus it's not truly 100%? I'm not trying to gloat or anything, I'm just curious how you're going to count this. Because sure, you'll beat the game before me, but you also missed the scan. Alright, that's all the artifacts. I can now close that tab. Cool. Alright, we can now beat the game whenever. Bungle Hole B. Okay, this is where we need to be for one of them. There's a bomb on the ground on the small cliff below to reveal this missile. Alright, Fungal Hall B. So I did miss that one. I didn't even know that was there. Okay, so you just wanted to see if you could catch up. Alright, well. I figured you would, because you know the game a little better than me, admittedly. Because you've played it, I think, a few more times than me. I mean, I did play it, like, 4 times in the same year. In, like, 2023 or something. But yeah, I don't know the game as well as you know. Bugin'. That's a missile recharge. I'm going to shit myself. Once again, going to shit myself. Chat, I want to eat the radioactive mushrooms. Sake! Okay, whatever. Alright, forgot. I can move that, and I know where the next missile is, so I can remove that. You only had to look stuff up and got down to 3 missiles? Goddamn. Speaking of, let me check something. Alright, so we got that. I want to say I got that missile in a missile tank. Ground cavern. Maybe I didn't. I think I might be thinking of a different room. Let me see something. Got that. Got that. Got that. How about this? I will look at this after I've gotten what I'm looking for. So we're just going back to the Chozon Processing Center. Because if I don't have that missile, that narrows it down. Or if I don't have that missile, that narrows it down pretty significantly what I'm missing. There's one spot in the Chozon ruins that I know I didn't get the missile because I always forget it's there. I did not put the strap back on. Whoops. What if I didn't fight with these guys? What if I just... What if I just... You know, gathered them in one spot to make it easier to do this? Oh. Alright. Shit. Alright. We are missing 2 energy tanks. I mean, missile tanks. Cool. Let me take another sip of my coffee. I'll take the elevator out of here to get to Magmore, and then trek our way back to the Chozon ruins. Alright, so I got this. So let me see. Got that. Ruined gallery. Alright. Oh, Chad, it's suddenly rather warm in here. What the hell? I don't know why it feels warm in here, but whatever. Let me write down some names here. Nursery. Oh, it's sorry. Wait, ruined gallery. Let's see. Foie gras. No. Burn dome. Furnace. That's a spider ball. Dynamo. Think I got that one? Alright. Those. Alright, I have 4 areas where I think I might have missed something. And then I gotta check the furnace in the Hall of the Elders. So I'm pretty confident I got every other energy tank. It's just those 2 that I'm not confident on. Alright, everything is written down. Warp to the impact crater is not a point of no return. No, it's not. Even I knew that. It is not. So chat, how's everybody doing tonight? A whole lot of nothing has been happening lately with me. I've made no real trips outside, or out. Done a bit of yard work here and there. I've at least gotten some fresh air. But a whole lot of nothing's been happening. I'd like to change that. On Monday, I will be meeting up with Dennis, since he's going to be in town for the first time in a few months. I'm going to scream. That'll be fun. I don't know where we're going yet, because he hasn't told me where he wants to go. But we're probably going to eat out. I'm letting him pick the restaurant. Because he hasn't been in Chicago in a while, so he hasn't been able to have Chicago food in a while, so it makes more sense for him to pick the restaurant than me. So. It's gonna be fun. Gosh. All right. Cool. Alright, we're gonna make the long and arduous trek through the mines to get back to Chozon ruins. While we're doing this track, chat. Any more games y'all are excited for? We've talked about this a few times on stream, but, you know, things can always change. Things get announced. I would love to say I'm excited for a new Star Fox game. But I'm not. Because it's just Star Fox 64 again. I hope it's good, and I am going to get it regardless. But I wouldn't exactly say I'm excited for it. I'm not like going to boycott it or anything. I wasn't really against the idea of them making Star Fox 64 again. Because I kind of had predicted it as one of the options they could do, and that I said that it was the most likely option that they would do. They were either going to do that or build off of Zero. And they didn't build off of Zero, probably because nobody played it. So, unfortunately, they went with the second easiest option, which was to play into nostalgia and remake Star Fox 64 again. What I wanted them to do was ignore Zero in Command and make a sequel to Assault, like a direct sequel to Assault. That would have been, I think, what the fans would have wanted, because I know everybody loves Assault, or at least some people love Assault. The streamer I rated last night had some mixed feelings on Assault, so I don't know if love is the right word for them. But I also haven't, like, played the game since I was a kid. I have not played Assault in over 20 years. We will fix that on stream at some point. Because I do want to play a Star Fox. I want to do a partial Star Fox series playthrough on stream. I might even try to throw a Zero into that once I get it, if I decide to get it. Because it is one of the Wii U games I'm missing. I wouldn't mind getting the last few Wii U games I never got. Just so I can actually have a console collection that's like, at least physically, is complete. Because there's not a whole lot to get for Wii U. Like, stuff that's not better on something else. So getting, like, the last few first-party Nintendo games would be pretty nice. And I could finally say that I have a complete collection. Also, since I can stream from the Wii U now, like I am right now, it does mean I can stream some of those games. Like Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, Paper Mario Color Splash, and Sonic Lost World and whatnot. Lost World did end up getting ported to PC, but it doesn't include the Nintendo DLC. And I think I never sold the game, so I should still have the DLC. Because there was a Zelda level and a Yoshi level that were added as a crossover for being on the Wii U. Will take us back to the Chozon ruins. So, first things first, I'm making a beeline for the Hall of the Elders and the Furnace. Which I believe are near each other. Because I'm pretty sure those are the things I'm missing. I'm also going to check training chamber access, which actually should be closer to where I currently am. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure I missed something in training chamber access. And that's right near where I am. Also need to go to the Tower of Light because I think I'm missing the plated puffer. So. I'll do training chamber access first since that room loops around anyways. And then I'll get the Tower of Light. Get the plated puffer. Yep. All right. We are missing one missile tank. I need to double check what creatures I'm missing. Game beaten. Congratulations. This is happy end. Me through. Shit. Uh-oh. Chat, we might have a problem. Uh-oh. That's an uh-oh. If this enemy doesn't respawn here, we can't get 100%. Oh, this is bad. I don't think the plated puffer respawns. You thought it did? Well, I'm in the Tower of Light. And there's no enemies. Oh, wait a minute, the walls are back. Oh, I see. I see, the tower isn't broken again. Alright, chat, never mind, I'm just stupid. That should force them to respawn. Or to spawn again. There we go. Okay, we're good. Everything's fine. Oh, let's see. So, Metroid Prime, Meta Ridley. There's 3, and then there should be a 4th one. I saw it, I'm just checking to make sure there's not a 5th. Okay, we're good. We're good. Everything's fine. Phew. Okay. Let me close that tab. Bring that back. Alright. Okay. So we're good here. I think I got that one. Where is Dynamo? That's Dynamo. Okay, no, we got that. We got Dynamo. I know that. Hey, Kendra. Yeah, there were 2 in Dynamo, and I got both of them, because I got one of them while I was there the first time, and then came back and got the other one. Because I had to go back around here anyways for Watery Hall, because there was an extra room in there. Alright, so we need to get all the way over here. Well, first things first, I need to find the ruined gallery. Oh boy. Alright, let me get that. Ugh. Alright, no shrimping. How's your day today? Been mostly uneventful. My Steam controller arrived though, and I was messing with that for a bit. I won't really get a proper chance to play around with it until tomorrow though. Because I won't have my, I won't be in the game room. And I won't have my Steam Deck dock in, my room. Because doing so would require me to undo some stuff that I don't feel like undoing. It's a really good controller, though. Someone was asking if the Steam controller has Hall effect sticks, and it doesn't, but it does have TMR sticks, which are supposedly better. So, that's good. Theoretically, they'll never drift. I also was playing a fair bit of Yakuza Gaiden for a little bit. And I really like Daytona USA 2, which is in the game as Sega Racing Classic 2, because they lost the rights to NASCAR. So they can't actually call it by its original name. Well, they're square because the Steam Deck trackpads are square. And I don't use them, so they feel like the Steam Deck ones, which I guess are good, but again, I don't use them. Ain't no fucking way. Got it. All right. Can't believe I missed that. That's so funny. Yeah, that's the one that I missed. That's so funny. All right, so Hall of the Elders and Furnace. We don't have to go anywhere else. Once we do those, we can finish the game. Oh, that's the map room. Whoops. Once I do those, we can finish the game. And then depending on what time it is, I might end stream a little early. And then we'll start Metroid Prime 2 next week. Final in-game time, 7 hours and 2 minutes. Noise. Noise. Also, I got a lot of really funny reactions to my dream from last night. I dreamed that Coca-Cola introduced a new flavor, kind of, which was a 2-liter bottle of Coke filled with steak and hard-boiled eggs in the Coke. And it was called Steak and Eggs. Not like pureed, it was a whole ass steak and a bunch of hard-boiled eggs. Well, it's guaranteed if I did the GameCube version, it'd be closer to 8:30 from needing to slow down so I don't crash the game loading rooms too fast. Yep. I don't think the Wii version has that problem. I do want to play the GameCube version of Metroid Prime again and try to get like 100% playthrough on that. But I don't know. I'd have to be very careful, and I probably don't want. It's probably not a safe game to stream, just because you can lose so much progress so easily in that game. Okay, no, it's not the furnace. Is it the Hall of the Elders? So we're missing one energy tank. Oops. So if it's not this, we have a problem. Oh my god, it was the Hall of the Elders. Cool, okay. We have the ghost sauce. 100% of all pickups. Coolio. Alright. I'm gonna take that exit. Because one of those takes you right to the crashed frigate, which is really close to the ship and the artifact temple. I want to say it's this elevator. It's either this one or the other one. One goes to the crashed frigate, and the other one goes to the great tree, I think. Okay, I just had a thought. Okay, I am going to beat the game and then end stream whenever I do that. Because as much as I would like to stay late, I do need to shower after stream because my sister and her husband are visiting tomorrow for Mother's Day. So, I want to make sure I have enough time to do that and have any extra food or whatever that I need after stream. Cool. Okay, this is the right one. oh man, am I gonna enjoy my 2 days off this week. Alright. It's on the pickups, and we're only missing 4 scans, 3 of which are bosses. Excuse me. Yes, thank you, diegetic warning. Alright, I'll fix that in a moment. I prepared, don't worry. Okay, we're just missing the creature skins. Give me a moment here. I have to kill my Wiimote. Here we go. Fresh batteries. Oh, it's a good thing I prepared that ahead of time. I don't know if these are going to last the rest of the month, though, so I'm probably going to have to grab another pair. This is the most this poor thing has been used in, years. We don't really use the Wii U anymore. We don't use the Wii U anymore, and we don't use the PS4 anymore. I don't use my handhelds as often as I used to. Of course, I don't have enough time to, like, use all my consoles all the time. So, like, there are some consoles I use more than others. I use my Switch 2 every day, basically. And if I'm not using my Switch 2 on that day, I'm usually using my Steam Deck. Assuming I'm not, like, completely busy with this stuff, of course. I mean, hell, I have games on my phone and I hardly ever play them. Basically, the only game on my phone I ever really play is Bejeweled. I fucking love Bejeweled. I've been told this fight is hell on hard mode and hyper mode. Hey Xeno, one of these days you should try to actually 100% this on hyper mode. get the Wii U some more use. Plan on it. I just love watching the missile chase them. Yeah, it should have gotten him. That one should have gotten him too. You should die in one of the next two big hits on this chest. There we go. Well, the pirates got what they wanted. They wanted access to the crater, and you know, all it took was throwing their leader into the force field. Well, kind of. The artifacts still kind of opened up everything. Yippee! Impacts crater. And there's a save point right here. Alright, chat. There's a map room here. I don't think we need it for 100%. Zeno, did you get the map? I don't think the map even matters. Missile recharge room, and yes, I hit it. Alright, I missed the scan. There they are. Okay. Lumigex. Alright. Chad, I hope you like teeth of unknown origin. Chat, do you like teeth in your walls and your ceiling? Use supers unworthy? I just use the plasma beam. Supers probably are useful, but I mean, I was able to do the fight just fine with just the plasma beam. Of course, my aiming is a little more precise than yours because I can like point. You have to use sticks. I am going to shit myself. This bastard's hit me in midair. Leave me alone. Yeah, 'cause the end of the room is right over here. And that fucking bastard pushed me off the platform pushed me off mid-jump. I'm pretty sure that's done on purpose for it to look like a face. Metroid Prime. Chat, want to see a cool trick? Your supers aren't really as I needed. Oh. I do full charge plasma shots for the flying phase and then swap to power beam plus supers for the grounded phase. If you time it right, you can actually hit Ridley with supers when he does his bombing runs. Did that with my first playthrough of Trilogy, actually. Oopsies. Figured how to avoid that. I wasn't fast enough. Once again, it was not fast enough, but it's fine. Gucci. That's got to be record time for that, for me. Alright, we're not done yet. Some more goes. Alright. What's it gonna be? Perfect. Okay. Excuse me, I swapped to the plasma beam. Got him. It's not done yet, though. Now the real fight begins. our weapons do anything, though. We just gotta stay locked onto it for now. Alright, that dealt far less damage to it than I was expecting. I think because I may have missed. We got the 100%. Scans and logbook. Or scans and items, so we'll get the secret cutscene. One or two more should get him. He's got a sliver of health left because I fucked up the first one. Got him. And we get to enjoy the ending. Oh, there's an escape sequence, isn't there? He sucked the Chozon right out of us. Crater collapse imminent. Evacuate immediately. Oh, no, we just go back here. Oh no, it's Prime 2, I think, that has the escape sequence. Wait, no, the escape sequence was in the intro, that's right. Almost every Metroid game has an escape sequence. Super Metroid has too. Is it Prime 3 or Prime 2 that has the really weird looking model of Samus? I forget. One of them, she looks really weird in it. I think she's like lower res for some reason, or something. You think Prime 3? It's one of the two. Do we even see Samus outside of her suit in Prime 4? Alright. So that... Metroid Prime 1. She takes the helmet off, but that's it in 4. Okay. Alright, let me add to my notes. Close that, close that. Close that, remove that. So, yep, Tim O'Leary. So, and there's Leslie Swan and Nate Beldorf. If you play a lot of Metroid or Nintendo games, you'll see those names a lot in a lot of their older stuff. I don't know if all three of them are still around. Usually Bill Trinin's there too. I think Leslie Swan left. She was a huge driving force for localization at Nintendo from what I know. So, the best way to play Metroid Prime, in my opinion, is the Switch version. Because it's the only one with a normal control scheme. It doesn't rely on motion controls, it doesn't have the weird layout that the GameCube has, it's just a normal, traditional FES control scheme. So it's by far the most comfortable to play. That being said, I personally actually think the Wii version has the best controls. Because, say what you want about motion controls, motion aiming, flawless. It's perfect. You can be way more accurate with motion aiming than you can with a mouse or with the controller. Oh, there's hyper mode. Percentage complete 100%. And this is the secret 100% cutscene, which is it's easier for Metroid Prime 2. Oh, I don't like those noises. Why is this louder? Why is this louder than everything else? I'm good. Yep, save. Oh, before I raid out, there's one more thing I want to do. And that's unlock stuff with all the shiny trinkets I've acquired from collecting things. Because the whole reason we had a hacked save file for Metroid Prime Trilogy was because of the friend vouchers, which you can't get normally. So what I wanted to do was 100% the trilogy the next time I played them in order to unlock everything. We're not going to be 100%ing Prime 2 and 3. We might not. I actually might change my mind over the weekend. Because I have 2 free days at the end of the month with the time I've allotted myself, so as long as I don't go overtime more than 2 days, like, we're Gucci. Alright, that unlocks the fusion suit in Prime 1. I am turning that on. Guess I'm gonna have some extras. Alright. We're not going to look at the galleries. If you want to look at the galleries, I would highly recommend just looking from a wiki. This is not going to be the most high-res version of them. And for at least Prime 1, I think there's HD galleries in the Switch version, which is probably the better way of looking at them. At least if you're going to look at them from an actual console. Alright. Now I'll find someone to raid. Let me refresh this in case anybody went live in the meantime. Let's see. This version actually has 2 galleries, an HD version of the original gallery and a new gallery for the remaster. Where are we dropping? I see Arctic's live. Minty's live. Atsumori, Kilie. I almost said Spoony, but it's a different Spoony. Let's raid Arctic. I can't remember the last time I raided him. Looks like he's playing Earth Defense Force 6. Never played these games. But I know a few people who do. So, I will be back next week playing Metroid Prime 2. I will announce what we're doing for the rest of the marathon over the weekend, most likely, and I'll announce that in the server. But if I'm not mistaken, next week will be entirely Metroid Prime 2. If we are 100% in it. In fact, if we are 100% in it, we'll have 2 additional days on the following week where we'll continue it. So we'll see. If we're not 100% in Prime 2 and 3, like I said, I'll decide over the weekend, then I will probably tack on Metroid Fusion and Metroid Zero Mission. The 2 GBA games. Those will be pretty fun. I haven't streamed them yet. So. In the meantime, though, want to hang out after stream? I have Discord. If you want to keep up with my bullshit and other updates, I have a Blue Sky. If you ever miss a stream, I have a watching on YouTube. If you'd like to join in on the raid message is Dapper Dragon Raid. You can use whatever emotes you want. As long as you copy the raid message, that's all I care about. I will see you all next week. Next Monday. Bye.